you've all had a good week and are ready to listen to this week's story. Today my story is going to be about two people. So let's dive in. There was this captain, and this captain, he had a servant. Now this servant, he believed in God. And if it's sunny day, we'll all enjoy, won't we? It'll be nice and hot, we can go outside, have fun. But if it's rainy day, we won't like, will we? So one day it was raining heavily. And this captain said, "Oh no, there's gonna be a bunch of mud everywhere." But then this servant, he said, "This is good." The captain thought, "How is this good? It's gonna be muddy and rain everywhere." Then the servant said, the crops will grow very well with all the water they're getting." The captain thought, "Well, okay, I guess that's one way to look at it." Then, one day, the captain and the servant needed to go hunting. So, back in those days, they had to manually load all the gun. They had to put in the gunpowder and everything else. So this servant, he was in charge of loading up the gun. So when they were going hunting, they were quietly going and they saw a deer. So the servant, he took the gunpowder, put it in with all the other materials, and then he gave it to the captain. The captain, he aimed and looked, and then he shot. But back in those days, the guns weren't that reliable. So the gun exploded all over the captain, and even the tip of his finger came off. And then the servant said, "This is good." The captain thought, "How can you say this is good? The top of my finger just came off and the gun exploded, and now we can't hunt anymore." The captain, he got so mad, he sent the servant all the way to prison. Then, around a week later, the captain was going hunting, this time by himself. And while he was looking around, for a group of other people came up to him and they captured him. And now these people were from a tribe in the forest. And this tribe believed in many different gods. And they would sacrifice to them, living people. So they took the captain back. They were about to sacrifice him. And then one of the people saw his finger and said, "The top of his finger has come off." So then they all said, "Oh no, this won't be good. The gods won't like it." So they released the captain and he went back. The captain thought, "Wow, if the top of my finger didn't come off, they would have sacrificed me. Now I feel so bad for putting my servant in prison." So he immediately rushed back to the prison and he let his servant free. And he told the servant exactly what happened and said he was sorry. But the servant said, "This is good." The captain thought, "How is this good? I put you in prison for over 3 days." The servant said, "Because if I was with you, I would have been sacrificed." So the moral from this story is that we should know that whatever happens, if it's good or bad, it's all for God, and that it's all God's plan. So now, let's all pray. Dear Jesus, thank you for helping us to learn this lesson today. And please help us remember that no matter what happens, it's all for you and it's all part of your plan. Please help us remember this through our week. In Jesus' precious name I pray. Amen. I hope you enjoyed my story this week, and I'll see you next week. Bye!
நீங்கள் பார்த்துக் கொண்டிருப்பது உங்கள் ரேவதி.